A lot of people get really sucked into this whole like you got to go hard, bro thing, and like of course you do have to go hard at times for sure, but a lot of people, it's a really weird phenomenon that happened because like when I started jujitsu, I started because I saw Hoist Gracie in the UFC, small skinny guy beating up super giant like steroided out guys, wrestlers who are like 100 pounds heavier than him. The whole idea of it was using your brain to have technical tactical solutions to beat someone who's bigger and stronger than you with good technique. That was the whole idea, right? Somewhere along the way, this whole mindset of like just go fucking hard became like really popular, and of course there's a place for that, but like you have to use your brain, right? Like you can't, there's a limit to how much going hard is the answer, right? And so everyone who's like, oh, you're just a wimp, you need to go hard. It's like, okay, so let's say someone trains 2 times a day every single day, which to me, I think that's overtraining for most people. Depends on how you train, but and by 2 times a day, I mean like super hard, twice a day, every day. So those people could say you're a wimp if you don't do that, but then why not go 4 times a day at that point, right? Then they would be like, oh, well, 4 times a day is too much. It's like, okay, well, now we're just arguing about how many is too much. Is 2 times a day too much? Is 4 times a day too much? Is once every day a week too much? Where's the limit for too much, right? Now that's just a question for science. Like what is it? What does the data show is too much hard anaerobic training before you can recover? Most people who recommend doing like some form of anaerobic workout, they say do it like 2 to 3 times a week, not 2 times a day every day. If you look at someone who runs like a competitive like 5K or something, they don't run at their like competition race every day, twice a day. Like they maybe do it once a month, and then a lot of it is like tune-up stuff, right? So the idea of going hard twice a day every day is kind of ridiculous, right? The whole purpose to me of really hard rounds like that is to get feedback that what you're doing is working, right? So if I twice a week go with like the top guy at my gym that's really tough and we treat it like a tournament, we're trying to murder each other, and that's really intense and really stressful and we go at it, right? And I lose, that's my ultimate feedback. Okay, man, something's wrong. Something went wrong here. When I got put in underhook de la Riva, I had no idea what to do. Okay, now I know the problem. Now the next couple sessions, the next 3 or 4 sessions is going to be more technical work starting in the underhook de la Riva, trying to patch it, right? But if you just go in there going psycho every time and not analyzing what's happening, you're just going to keep making the same mistakes, right? I mean, think about a good analogy for it is like, imagine if you took 5 guys who've never trained jiu-jitsu. Okay, they've never trained jiu-jitsu at all, and you never teach them any technique. You just put them in a room and just go, okay, you're going to try to get good at jiu-jitsu. You're not going to study anything. You're not going to look online to learn how to do an armbar. You guys just try to submit each other and go hard as fuck, right? Like, how much wasted time would there be before they accidentally stumble across the idea of an omoplata or a triangle choke? I mean, they may just beat the shit out of each other, going crazy for 3 years before someone comes up with the idea that you could actually choke someone with your legs in a triangle choke. So, of course, the best thing for them is to actually research, watch video, learn, and they're going to speed up the learning process. So it's the same for us too, right? If you train at a gym and you have a coach, there's still a lot more that's not in your gym that you can learn online by watching competition and thinking. So a lot of people really undervalue like thinking and analyzation in jiu-jitsu and way overvalue really hard training without thought. End rant.